So hello everyone, my name is Dragos and this is the first episode of the Academium podcast. Academium podcast is all about academics, students, and their research. So I'm devoting this podcast to actually have casual conversations with a lot of other students. I'm a student, I'm 21 years old, as well as professors and teaching assistants and other staff who are actually producing academic papers, who are expanding world's knowledge. So what I'm thinking with this podcast is to actually interview a lot of people, as well as have some very short tutorials maybe on YouTube, but also to have these interviews on podcasting platforms. So if you're interested in academia, or if you're a student who is maybe considering writing some papers, or you need to, or maybe you are interested in pursuing science and technology for your entire career, and you have to produce some piece of content or some piece of some research article, then this podcast is going to help you a lot with tips and tricks on how you can achieve that. So yeah, let's roll that intro, and then I'm going to lay the plans for this podcast in a moment. So hello everyone, welcome back. As I said, my name is Dragos, I'm 21 years old, and the idea to start this podcast actually happened in the city I'm studying in, which is Innopolis. It is located in Russia, in Russian Federation, in a smaller republic called Tatarstan. So thing is that Innopolis is a very, very, very young university. It has started in 2012, so it's basically only 7 years old now. And what that fact actually contributes to the enthusiasm and everything that people inside of Innopolis have. All the people, all the professors, all the students, all these academic staff, all the employees and so on are very, very enthusiastic, have a huge passion for what they are doing. And one of the things that I thought that I might contribute to the whole world is actually by spreading the ideas that these people have to as many people out there as possible. So yeah, I'm probably going to, as I said, I'm probably going to do a lot of interviews. What I'm thinking of is inviting a lot of full-time professors, associate professors, assistant professors, and so on, who are conducting research in Innopolis, who are working for Innopolis, and just sharing their research work, for example, what they are working on currently, how interesting is that, and how some of the things that they learned on that project can actually help you in your future challenges. So maybe by listening to this podcast, you may solve some of the problems that you will have in the future, or maybe that you are facing right now. So that's basically the entire idea of the podcast. I'm also going to be releasing a number of YouTube. I'm going to have a YouTube channel with some of the videos over there. So I'm probably going to have all these videos on both platforms, that is YouTube and all other podcasting platforms. But the thing is that what I wanted with all this is to just have some general casual conversations with people. As the semester has actually ended in Innopolis, I have just finished the second year of my studies. I am now on a vacation, and on the vacation I decided to start all this. So during the vacation, now is the May of 2019, and in July of 2019, I'm going to a conference in Lisbon, Portugal. That conference is on visualization, and I'm also going to be sharing my journey and so on over there. So I also may interview a few people over there, and to actually bring you the experience of going to conferences if you haven't attended any of them. That is actually my first conference that I'm going to, so it's going to be a huge benefit for me too. So after that, I'm going to go back to Innopolis, and then I'm going to be starting with these interviews. One of the first interviews is probably going to be with one of the main professors there, and then I'm going to be searching for other volunteers who want to actually be interviewees for my podcast episodes. So yeah, these are some of the key ideas and one of the first starting steps for my podcast. So I'm going to have a bunch of interviewees. I'm going to go to some conferences to bring you guys the experience from these conferences, to tell you what I'm working on currently in my research projects, what projects am I involved in that are not necessarily mine, and what other people in Innopolis as well as other places in the world are actually doing. So I may also invite some of the guests to my podcast using internet, so we are not going to be physically on the same location, but that should not matter too much. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next few episodes. This was just an introduction, but in the next few episodes I'm going to actually have real topics to discuss, and I hope that it will bring value to you. So if you're interested in this type of content, please just drop me a message or whatever. If you are going to maybe be interested in being my guest or something, that would greatly help. And yeah, thanks. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.